Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm your host as always, Otomi Heartstealer Kai. We're going to be starting off with a new game, Love Tangle. I've been meaning to play this, and how about we get back to it? Alright, so our name is always going to be Kai. We'll go with my last name. Yes, Kai Milligan. I've been wanting to play this. I've seen some pictures of it, but not fully. So, sorry I haven't been on. I've had stuff going on, and then working on the house, kind of. So yeah, and doing some babysitting stuff around my town, so let's get going. I will be uploading a couple times a week. Only Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Or Saturdays, at least. So, yes, let's begin with the prologue. My new life awaits here in Toledo City. I take a deep breath as I step off the plane onto the ramp with my travel bag. The air smells so fresh. According to my dad, someone should be waiting to meet me in the lobby. I excitedly make my way toward the exit of the terminal. When the lobby doors slide open, I am greeted by a wave of people. Look at them all. How am I supposed to find anyone in this? Wait a sec. My excitement is immediately replaced by apprehension. I have no idea what the person who's picking me up even looks like. Shouldn't you know who the person looks like? What? Okay. Video game stupidity. Check. How am I supposed to find someone without a description or even a name? Maybe I can get Dad on the phone. I glance up and search through the crowd, hoping while reaching into my bag. Along with my phone, I find the memo with my destination written on and pull out to check it. Wait a second, miss. You dropped something. Is he talking to me? I turn to see who's calling out and find a tall, slender man holding out a passport to me. Wait, so we talking to Slendy? Oh, you're not Slendy. That's sad. I want Slendy. Very creepypasta guy ever. Oh. I quickly check inside my bag. It's not there. Here you go. A quick glance at the passport confirms it's mine, and I look up at the man. Thank you. I don't know how I can show my... When I start thanking him, he suddenly leans over to peer closely at me. Huh? What's wrong? I grew tense under his unwavering gaze and delicate facial features. Are you? He's about to ask something when suddenly an excited group of girls barges in between us. Oh wow, we found you! Welcome home, we've been waiting for you! Whoa, what's this all about? In a blink of an eye, I pushed aside as the girls surround the man. Sorry, I guess I have to go now. Be careful not to drop it again. Take care. The girls practically drag the man off as he peeks over their heads and, waves. Wait, so, I bet you he's going to be one of the guys that we're supposed to live with. I bet you that. Every character that's usually shown has something to do, like, really big part of the story. Thanks again. I wave back to him. What's that all about? It sounded like he wanted to ask me something. I tuck my passport away and continue to watch him. Those girls look a lot like fans. I wonder if he's famous. Yes, he is. I stand there curious, staring at him for a moment. Suddenly I notice another crowd coming closer to me. It is another group of girls with hearts in their eyes. The excited scream are enough to make my ears ring. Another famous person? As I struggle to get a better view, the crowd parts, revealing another handsome-looking man. Wait a second, the man looks familiar. Oh, he's staring back at me. His gaze continues to follow me as he maneuvered by the pack of girls surrounding him. Huh? Did he just laugh at me? Why? Feeling slightly put off, I watch as he makes his way towards the other man. Ah, they must know each other. The space surrounding those two men particularly comes alive as they meet, and I find myself captivated by them. They sure do have a commanding presence. At the moment later, they break free from the crowd and quickly make their way from the lobby. Oh, that's right, I need to find out who's meeting me. Return to my senses, I reach for my phone. Suddenly I hear a commotion from the waiting room. What's going on now? Everyone is staring up at the news being displayed on the giant monitor there. The loud voice of the announcer draws my attention to the image displayed on the screen. Woo. Hi! Hey, I recognize him. The stern-looking expression belongs to a famous swimmer. Miguel Hernandez, who won the Olympic gold medal in swimming last year, has announced he will be taking a break from the foreseeable future. The silent news has taken team member and acquaintances by surprise. I'm sure his many fans will be anxiously awaiting his successful return. I remember watching his performance at the Olympics on TV. That's too bad. Everyone felt he had a lot of potential. Just a moment, we have breaking news. Wonder what the breaking news is. Another man's faces appear on the screen and the newscaster grows more excited. The man is a lawyer, isn't he? Where is it that there's been a surprising reversal? The reaction of the crowd is more subdued this time, and everyone begins murmuring. I think I've heard he's never lost a case. From my limited knowledge, he was defending a politician against tax evasion charges from a citizen group. Let's go live to our reporter, currently on the scene in front of the courthouse. Mr. Zurek, do you truly believe your client is innocent? The court's decision is the final word. Tell us how it feels to have won. No comment. I want to go with Nolan. I'm gonna try and get Nolan for an ending. Once again, lawyer Nolan Zurek Jr. shows he is on top form. The court's decision is the final word, huh? As he earns yet another victory in the face of overwhelming expectations of defeat. This is the 99th time he's pulled off such a miracle. After that story, the news program ends. What am I doing watching television? I'm supposed to be calling the apartment. Phone in hand, I take a seat at a nearby bench. Just then, I notice an airport staff member walking towards me. Is she looking at me? Excuse me, are you Kai Milligan? Yes, that's me. Mr. Chrysler is waiting for you in the VIP lounge. Please follow me. The VIP lounge? I think Mr. Chrysler was the person who arranged from my room. Of course, thank you. Relieved to finally know who's meeting me, I let the staff member lead me away. The lounge turns out to be on the top floor of the terminal. It's quite spectacular. Wow, look at the view. Sorry to have kept you waiting, Mr. Chrysler. I have brought Miss Milligan with me. Thanks. The staff member leads me to a man seated on a sofa in the back of the room. The man removes the cowboy hat and turns to face me. Well, look at you, Kai. You've grown into quite the young lady. He greets me with a smile. Why, it must have been 20 years since I last saw you. I'm sorry, did you say 20 years? Don't tell me I've met this man before. Bet you he's our dad. Or an uncle. That's right, you were barely this tall back when I used to work with your father. Okay, so he did have relation to our father. The man holds his hand out nearly level with my waist. Forgive me, Mr. Chrysler, my father told me a little about you, but I never realized we had met before. Oh, that's no problem at all. I'm sure his mind is full of nothing but animals as usual. Well now, let me take you to the house. Mr. Chrysler, thank you for everything. Just call me Mr. C. He cheerfully shares his nickname with me while we start to leave. Mr. C leads me upstairs to a heliport on the roof of the VIP lounge. Wait a minute, are we going to ride in a helicopter? This is a helicopter waiting on the pad. He calls out to the pilot. Josh, prepare to leave. Kai, this is my pilot Joshua. It's a pleasure to meet you. My pleasure. Please, hurry up and buckle yourself in. Now, Josh, there's no need to rush. Are you kidding me? Or have you forgotten your plans for this afternoon? The two of us climb in, and before I knew it, the doors are closed and we're lifting off. I'm sorry, did you take time out of your busy schedule just to pick me up? Joshua apologetically replies to my question while piloting the craft. Please don't worry yourself. There was a bit of a mishap with Nathaniel's schedule. But usually the helicopter gives me an extra 15 minutes. Probably problem is solved. Barely. Mr. C certainly doesn't appear very concerned. By the way, I forgot to mention, when I am not piloting this helicopter, I manage Lilac Court, where you will be living. Oh, you do? If you have any questions, just ask Josh. Anytime, day or night. Thank you, I will. Oh, is that the Calido National Animal Institute over there? The country of Calido is clearly visible through the window, although we are flying over tall buildings and colorful streets. I can make out forest and grasslands in the distance. You have a sharp eye. Josh, Kai is the daughter of Dr. Milligan, the famous animal veterinarian. Our dad's a veterinarian? That is cool. That is very cool. On, so I'm getting a drink. Let's continue. She's a researcher herself with degrees in biology and veterinary medicine. She's here to help out with wildlife management. Yeah, in school I sucked at biology. Not like full blown out sucked. I think I only passed with D's in that class, I think. Maybe some B's or C's. I think my highest was a C. A D, oh god. As I understand, you'll be working at the Calido National Animal Institution for. I was offered a position on the team working on the conservation of endangered species. That would be cool. I would love to work on that, if I could. Ah, yes, I remember your father telling me about that. Is that so? Sounds like a hard work. I didn't recognize you were that famous Dr. Milligan's daughter. Do you know my father too, Joshua? Is this gonna be like real life? My dad knows everyone, basically, in town. What the heck? Parents know everyone in town. So you can't do anything wrong here. Please just call me Josh. I met your father at one of Nathaniel's parties a long time ago. It's reassuring to know the two of you have met. That's great. All the residents at Lilac Court are here at my invitation. I'm sure you'll fit right in. I agree. Well, we are just about to land. I find myself starting to relax as I listen to Mr. C and Josh's friendly dialogue, anticipating the other wonderful housemates that await me. My heart begins beating excitedly as I watch our destination grow closer. Mr. Chrysler and I climb down from the helicopter. He stops to shake my hand before heading off to greet the other guests. I wait as Josh wraps up his pilot duties. He then takes me to see my room. Before long, I notice we have company following us. A golden retriever? It must be someone's pet. Lucas, have you come to greet Kai too? His name is Lucas? Lucas' tail begins wagging silently when he hears his name. You're a good boy, aren't you, Lucas? His fur feels silky under my hands as I pet his head. Lucas is the house dog. Unfortunately, as you can see from his demeanor, he is not much of a guard dog. Well, here we are. As of today, this will be your room. Please feel free to rearrange the furniture as you see fit. The rest of your belongings arrived yesterday. They should all be in here. Thank you. I will be in the lounge. If you need anything, just call me on the house phone. Oh, and it will not be much, but there will be a welcoming party being held for you in the courtyard at 6. I will send someone to fetch you. A welcome party? That's very considerate of you, thanks. Josh gives me a parting smile, then heads off. After thanking him one last time, I reach for the doorknob to my new room. Oh, that's pretty. Little bookshelf, little dining room. What a wonderful room. The predominantly white color is quite relaxing. And it has a small kitchen too. I'll have to shop for some supplies. Dude, this is like a small apartment, not a room. After spending a few minutes to take in the surroundings, I get changed and wait for the party escort to arrive. That reminds me, I have some stuff to look over before tomorrow. I find my tablet and start checking the materials for the Calido leopard I'll be responsible for. We get to take care of a leopard? Yay! They're so cute and adorable and vicious, but I love them. Here's the video I received. What a beautiful creature. I find myself captivated by the images and let out a small sigh. I can't wait to see one in person. I can't wait to see one in person. I want to see one. I've seen an albino tiger before. I've seen elephants. And some other exotic animals from a zoo. But tiger was so cute. Big and fluffy. So cute. But anyway, before I realize it, I've lost track of the time. Suddenly I hear a light knock. Oh, that must be my escort. I jump up and hurry to the door. Bet you was one of the boys we met before. Doo-doo-doo. This will be fun. Whoa! Hello. Please tell me we get to have you as one of our Tangled guys. Please? Please tell me. I don't know, I always fall for the guys with the freaking gold eyes and black hair, wearing traditional Japanese clothing. Opening it, I find a young man dressed in a kimono standing outside. Wow, this is a surprise. I'm here to fetch you. He briefly announced his purpose. Just then, a face I recognize peeks in from beside him. Come on, Noki. At least introduce yourself first. Hey, isn't the guy on the cooking show? Wait, are you by chance Carlo Mazza? You recognize me? Why, that's wonderful. This here is Noiki. You'll have to forgive him. He doesn't talk much. Noiki Hazumi. I live next door, and I'm perfectly capable of talking. My mother loves your show, Mr. Mazza. She watches it all the time. By the way, I'm Kai Milligan. It's a pleasure to meet you two. The pleasure is mine, Kai. Come, call me Noiki. Please, follow me. I shall take you to the party. Okay, if I'm saying his name wrong, please tell me. Following Noiki's awkward announcement, he spins around and begins walking away. I look up curiously at Carlo. Noiki is our most recent addition next to you, so we decide it was his duty to come fetch you. Now, he kind of reminds me of, was it Billy? From Hero in Love. With the hairstyle and everything, and being blonde and stuff. Yeah, I think he might be. Billy. Carlo explains this all with a joking tone in his voice. Afterwards, Noiki calls out over his shoulder. Hurry up, please. Yeah, everyone is waiting. I let the two of them escort me to my welcome party. The courtyard turns out to have a pool. It is surrounded by tables and a bar. Quite a few people are gathered there, in the light of the setting sun. Alright, our guest of honor is here. The moment Carlo calls out, everyone in the courtyard focuses their attention on me. Don't worry, they're all great people. I'll get you something to drink. As Carlo heads off towards the bar, Noiki reaches down and begins petting Lucas. Wait a minute, these people must be... One by one, I begun to recognize their faces in the low light, and they somehow look familiar to me. Next thing I realize, one of the men is standing next to me talking to me. Ryan Gray, charismatic bartender. I saw you at the airport, right? Yes, we met again. My name is Ryan Gray. Please, just call me Ryan. Ryan's the one who picked up my passport for me. What a pleasant surprise. I never would have guessed you would be our new housemate. Thanks for earlier. My name is Kai. It's nice to actually thank you in person. Ryan shyly smiles as he recalls the scene earlier at the airport. Those girls mean well. They just get a little carried away. Of course, it didn't bother me. I start to relax as I thank Ryan and talk to him, but the moment doesn't last long. He seems really nice. I start to relax as I thank Ryan and talk to him, but the moment doesn't last long. Who's next? Cody Gray. Okay, so it's the second guy we ran into, and they end up talking. So they're brothers. Vicious actor. Hey Ryan, the chef from Carlo's restaurant is here. We made the pasta and... Huh? Hey, it's the girl fell in love with you, Ryan, at the airport. Wait, I recognize you. He's the guy who laughed at me. Cody, show some manners, will you? Sorry, Kai, this is my brother. Cody Gray, feel free to call me Cody. The name sounds familiar. Cody Gray, weren't you the actor in The Bridge Over the Sky? Oh, you recognize me? Yes, your performance matched the character in the original book perfectly. It left a big impression on me. So he's an actor. No wonder he was surrounded by his fans. Oh yeah, gosh, I don't know what to say. That's the first time anyone's told me that. Aw, he's all blushy. Ryan sets his hand on Cody's shoulder. Isn't that great, Cody? That's it. I'm treating you to dinner at my brother's place. How does the top floor of something sound? I think it's French. I suck at French. I definitely back in school I failed my French. I barely passed Spanish, but I failed French. Cody, that's a splendid idea. Kai, I insist you come, particularly since I'm probably be covering the bill. The Hotel Mirror? Didn't they just get awarded 7 stars? I'd love to check it out. I see our 2 brothers already have the pretty woman surrounded. A very stylish-looking woman approaches us and hands me a drink. Here, this is from Carlo. By the way, my name is Joy Olivier. Please call me Joy. I'm a stylist. Thank you. I start to introduce myself, but I'm surprised by a voice behind me. Miguel Hernandez, gold medalist, the swimmer. Kai Milligan, we know Mr. C showed Nolan, Joy, and myself a journal article about you yesterday. I turned around to see a tall man standing there. What, Miguel Hernandez, the swimmer? Yes, he's one of our housemates. Trust me, Kai, you're the most famous person at Lilac Court right now. I am? Joy winks when she sees my reaction. Sheesh. Sounds like we're the only 2 who don't know her. This pretty girl was talked up in a journal? Which one? Miguel slides a magazine from his back pocket and handed it to Ryan. Here, it's got an entire 3-page article devoted to her. What? We that famous? Oh, that's last month's World's Animal Science. No way, that's awesome! Cody looks up at me after staring at the picture that reaches out and lifts up my long hair. Hey, this is embarrassing. It really is you. You look pretty different with your hair down. In fact, I think I prefer it like this. Cody, take your hand away. You just met her. So I'm thinking either they're twin brothers, like fraternal twins, or one's older than the other. Distracted by the brothers, I failed to notice another arrival. Another love interest. Nolan Ottervin Zurek Jr., late lawyer. Hello, lawyer dude, with 99 wins. So you're the woman from the World Animal Science article. The man staring at the article is Ryan's hand is Nolan Zurek Jr., the lawyer I saw on the airport monitor. Wow, so many guys. And there's 2 per story, so we get to see which end we get. The lawyer, Nolan Zurek, is there anyone here who isn't famous? Call me Nolan. You are funny. Considering how famous you are for being selected by the king of Kiledo? The king? Oh no, you must have mistaken it. The institution's endangered species convention team asked me. Nolan leans closer. He looks vaguely dismayed. I can't particularly feel his breath. Are you really as smart as they say you are? No, I am not. Some things yes, other things no. Huh? The team is one of the country's biggest success stories. Really? I suppose that's why my father recommended it to me. The CEO of the institution was certainly elated to have you. Without another word, Nolan heads back inside. I imagine he would be a lot less approachable, but he actually even laughed. He showed up just to check you out. He did? That's for sure. I've never seen him at one of these welcoming parties before. Really? Sounds like you'll be busy. If you have any questions while you're getting settled in, just ask. Yes, do ask. Even here is really friendly. Hopefully you'll settle in quickly. Sure, thanks you two. Just as I finish thanking the brothers for their consideration, I hear Carlo call out. Executive shift. Carlo Mazza. Hi everyone, there's freshly baked pizza. The tables alongside the pool are lined with various just made dishes. They all look really good. After Carlo's announcements, Joy grabs me by the hand and leads me to a seat. Josh is filling water glasses. He gives me a smile after finishing with mine. Are you having a good time? Yes, very much so. He looks relieved as he moves on to the next glass. So Kai, what kind of men do you go for? Pardon, I mean, as long as you're staying here at Lilac Court, you'll be thinking about finding love, right? Oh no, Joy's found a new person to meddle with. Come on, look around. Have you ever seen so many wonderful men like this? I glance up. Sure enough, my gaze is filled with handsome men, all chatting and drinking. Love? It hadn't even crossed my mind. Joy, that's for her to decide. Just leave her alone. Miguel reprimands her, and I quickly shake the thought from my head. Miguel's absolutely right. He kind of reminds me of, like, one of the brothers from Brothers Conflict, but plus, like, a swimmer from Free, which I've never seen. But the guy with the purple hair, if there is one. Plus, maybe someone from Prince of Stride. That'd be pretty cool. So let's continue. Finish the prologue. I've come to Kaleido to work. Love is the last thing on my mind right now. Carlo overhears that and he nearly drops his plate. Are you kidding me? You're such a beautiful girl. What a waste. Listen to him. Carlo's right. Joy, did you hear a single word of what I just said? Miguel lifts Joy into his arms and moves dangerously close to the pool. Sorry, Miguel. I promise. I heard you. Oh no. Look out, Joy. Splash. Not this again. Will those two ever stop? Joy's head pokes up and she swims back towards us. She looks disgusted. Miguel, are you really that interested in Kai? Why does that matter? Next time, think twice before poking your nose in where it doesn't belong. Miguel reaches out to help Joy from the pool. It seems I'm the only one startled by the whole scene. Joy takes hold of Miguel's hand and yanks. Hey! We all saw this coming. There's a second large splash and everyone laughs. Lucas sees Joy pull Miguel into the water and excitedly dives in to join them. Lucas, did you come to save me? What a good boy. I can't help but smile as I watch them. As surprising as their behavior is, Joy and Miguel seem to get along pretty well. Returning my attention to my tables, I notice Carlo and Noiki have annoyed looks on their faces as they drink their wine. We can't have him as one! Yes! Noiki Hazumi. Calligraphy. Fur. Jeez, will those two ever grow up? No kidding, yeah, another fine mess. Noiki, would you go grab a towel? Sure. At Carlo's request, Noiki vanished inside. Everyone is so entertaining. It feels like there is never a dull moment around here. I'm really glad they all seem friendly. And so night falls, bringing the first day of my new life at Lilac Court to a close. my first morning after moving in. It takes me a moment to remember where I am. Then it sinks in. Today's my first day in Calado. That's right, I moved in here yesterday. I open the window curtains. The bright sunshine pours into the room. Wow, it's still so early. Checking the clock, I discover I've woken up earlier than expected. I suppose I'm nervous since it's my first day. I'll grab some fresh air outside and try to relax. I decide to go for a walk around the outer perimeter of Lilac Court. And I'm walking down the hallway. I notice the scent of freshly ground coffee. That smells good. That's right, there's a cafe in the common lounge. I take a peek into the cafe and spot two of my housemates. Now I get to choose. Alright, so we're just gonna hold this off, and in our next video, I'll show you guys who I choose. Alright? So remember, always go and steal the hearts of all your anime boys or girls, whichever way you go. And I'll see you all in the next video.